Hey guys, it's Ben. I'm back for another YouTube video. It's been a while. Sorry about that. Life has been busy and yeah, it's also been January, so no riding outside. We're in a bit of a different location today. We're in the Commuter Films studio / office. And we're also building a new gravel bike. We're building the SEKA Exaero GR for a few different challenges I've got this year. So looking forward to seeing how we get on with that. Luke's just getting his built at the minute. Luke, how are you?
Excited.
What are you excited for?
New bike day.
New bike day. What? How long you been here this morning? You get here early?
Yeah, so we've had a bit of an issue with the wheels.
Okay.
So my wheels aren't compatible, so I've had to buy some other ones and send some ones back. So we're doing like a half build.
Okay.
But yeah, we got here at 8:30 this morning, set the studio up, and then we've been building and filming.
Nice. Yeah, so I haven't actually been here since Luke. I had a little bit of a nightmare as well. The freehub body that I had on my Zip wheels didn't match the SRAM cassette that I had, so I had to get up at around 6:30 this morning and drive to Stoke-on-Trent to pick a bit up. But it's currently now, what time is it? It's currently now about 11:30. And we're back, and Luke's bike's nearly built, but yeah, let's go and have a look and see how it's looking. Hey guys, it's Ben. I'm back again. You'll probably notice I'm wearing something a little bit different right now because we had a little bit of an issue with my SEKA. Unfortunately, there was an issue with the frame, and Graeme from Chainbox wasn't particularly happy, either was I, about building it. So we made the decision not to build it and contact SEKA to see if they could replace it. And I was very, very happy to find out that they replaced it and sent another one out from China in around, well, just under a week. Their customer service was amazing. So I was really happy about that, and happy to get another frame. So today we are actually going through the build. We're going to go through the build with Graeme from Chainbox. I've been using Graeme now for around, I think, just over a year. So he's serviced a lot of my road bikes, and he was the only option really when I was thinking about who I wanted to build my gravel rig ready for racing this season. I asked Graeme, and he very kindly offered to build it. So we're going to go through a little bit of the build today, see what he thinks to the bike. And also I basically want to ask him a few questions about how it was to build compared to other bikes he's had. Obviously there's a lot of interest in Chinese bikes at the moment. So yeah, I'm very interested to kind of delve into it and see how good they really, really are. I'm just outside Graeme's workshop from the Chainbox. So I want to talk to Graeme a little bit about what got him into bike servicing, his story, how long he's been doing it, and yeah, a little bit about him really. Yeah, if you're looking to get your bike service, a bike build or anything, or you got any questions, I'm sure he'd be happy to help. Stay tuned. Hopefully I haven't bored you too much. Yeah, let's go and see the bike. It's new bike day. Here with Graeme from Chainbox. How you doing, Graeme?
Good, very well, thank you.
Been a bit of a roller coaster, hasn't it?
It wasn't as straightforward as anyone was hoping it would be, no. However, sometimes these things happen.
Well, I think we're on the straight and narrow now, and things are good. But I just had a few questions for you, mate.
Fire away.
Obviously, we're going to get into the SEKA Exaero gravel bike build in a minute. But I really wanted to basically ask Graeme a few questions about how you basically got into being a bike mechanic.
Right, okay.
And also Chainbox, like where's this come from, where's it name from, and how long have you been going?
Well, start of the story.
Yeah.
I did used to do a lot of mountain biking when I was a kid.
Okay.
Trials riding, like Martin Ashton, Martin Hawes, those were the guys that kind of initially...
I don't know this.
Like, nah, I'm a bit older than you. That's why. So yeah, they were trials riders. One rode for Cannondale, one rode for Giant.
Oh, nice.
And they were kind of like they were the first kind of people that I came across.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is brilliant.
Sick.
Longish story cut short. My friend's brother worked for Cannondale.
Okay.
So that was another sort of introduction into like, oh, look at all these amazing. I didn't know mountain bikes looked like this, etc., etc. So started doing more and more mountain biking.
Okay.
Got to.
Did you compete? Was you a racer?
I did a couple of like downhill rides.
Did you do well?
Not really. Nothing to share home about. A friend of mine that I rode with, Ben Hildred, who's now
Oh yeah, I know. Ben.
Santa Cruz.
Well, I know of Ben. I don't know.
Santa Cruz SRAM sponsored rider,
wow.
lives in New Zealand. And when I rode with him, it made me realise that I was never going to be good enough. But I went to a lot of places with Ben. I went to Fort William and spent a week, me and him up there. This is a long time. This is like 25 years ago.
He used to have a shop in
Market Raisin, that's
yeah,
right.
I never went to that shop, but I heard a lot about it.
Yeah, because he worked at Arrow Cycles,
Okay.
where I worked as well, which is how I met Ben. And I was the workshop manager at Arrow. So that was my first job in the cycling industry.
And how long ago was that?
Well, I was 16 when I was working there.
Wow,
So
okay.
and I've just turned 40.
Well, you don't look it, mate.
I've been in the trade a long time,
Yeah.
And it went from running the workshop at Arrow for like 5 years, went to work at Rutland Cycling,
Okay.
worked there for 10 years.
Yeah.
I was either a workshop manager, a group technical manager, as in covering multiple workshops,
Okay.
or I was a buyer. I was the parts and accessories buyer for a few years as
Right.
well. I went from there, came back to Lincoln, started working at Superstar Components. I was the operations manager there. But the back end of whilst I was working there, I started the Chainbox.
Okay.
The name Chainbox basically comes from my eBay name.
Oh,
So
well, look at that. That's
it,
great.
It came from the fact that I was doing just buying and selling bikes or parts
Okay.
on eBay.
Are you still doing that, a bit of that as well?
Bits of it, yeah, to a degree. Yeah, in between when I've got time,
Yeah.
because normally I don't. But that's where the name came from in terms of it was literally.
And how long has Chainbox been going?
The Chainbox has been running for, it'll be I think it's 6 years in May.
Okay.
So it came to a point where I was just getting busier and busier and busier, and I thought, well, now is the COVID had an impact as well, which
Yeah,
was
I mean,
in a positive
A
way.
lot. I was a COVID cyclist, so I kind of really started training and riding my bike in COVID. So
Yeah.
that's probably a lot of you guys did as well. But and that's probably what kind of took your training to the next
took
level.
things to almost. It was kind of when I started it, because I was put on furlough, like most people were.
Yeah.
And as a bit of a side project, I was kind of like, well, I already had a basic workshop.
Of course, yeah.
It's grown a lot since then, but it was a case of, well, I lived in a small village at the time as well. So
Yeah.
can I just service the village and make a few quid on the side?
Definitely,
But that
yeah.
rapidly went, wow, I honestly couldn't believe how quickly things escalated.
Well, what I'll do, guys, I'm going to link Graeme and the Chainbox's Instagram in the description. So yeah, we're going to jump in to have a look at the bike and finish it off now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're almost done. The only reason we're not done really is because there's a few specific things that your body shape and size require me to just finish off.
Okay.
For example, the main one really is the seat post needs cutting.
Yeah.
It comes with an extra long post and it only has X amount of insertion into the frame.
Right.
So it's just a case of once you've cut it, it's fine.
We know. Yeah.
But I don't know where to cut it without you being here
Yes.
or giving me measurements to cut it.
What I'm going to do, Graeme, is we're going to go through that, get the bike in the stand, we can have a look at it. So I'm going to ask you some questions about how it was to build and some things that were good and maybe some things that were bad, because obviously there was one big thing, but SEKA definitely, their customer service helped me out a lot. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the bike, shall we?
Yeah, far away.
Let's go. We've got it in the stand. We've got the seat post cut, ready to go. Let's have a quick look at it. See what it looks like.
That is so well.
So, Graeme, first impressions of building it. How was it?
Outside of our initial issue, yeah, good.
Yep.
Like, surprisingly smooth. Don't get me wrong, the only thing that was a headache for me
Yep.
is routing the brake hoses through the bars.
Okay.
But that's not specific to this bike.
Yep.
That's any that's any bike with a one-piece bar stem combo where you have to route brake hoses up internally in through there.
Okay.
Going through the fork, however,
Yeah.
it's channeled,
Yeah.
which just means you push the hose in and it
Yeah.
comes out the hole. Great.
Okay.
Not all bikes are like that. Sometimes you have to fish it out. But the rear brake hose, for example, nice snug hole as well. Sometimes you have like extra rubber bungs that go around them to like fill the gap.
Yeah.
It's not needed because it's accurately done.
Yeah.
Little things that I'll notice, for example, that you'll never notice.
Yeah.
The brake mounts.
Okay.
When the brake mounts go onto the fork and onto the frame, the machining, the extra machining to make them dead flat,
Yeah.
means the brake goes on and sets up better, cleaner, more in parallel with the brake rotor.
Okay.
So you have less setup issues and a better performing brake.
Yeah.
That's an additional process. Normally what happens is the frame is made and they might just skim a bit of the paint away so that it's on flat surface.
Yeah.
But on this, there's extra like care taken
Okay.
to make it nice and flat.
Yeah.
Another little nice touch. Outside of like the pure quality of the paint job, because it is really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But these things, you know, like it comes with protection for the chainstay and underneath the bottom bracket shell.
Just have a look at that quick.
Again, that's like an additional thing that not all bikes sort of come with.
Yeah.
You've got things like this, where they cap off,
Yeah.
the where the through axle goes through, even down to little bungs, the rubber bungs. So if you were running Di2 or a front mech or what have you,
Yeah.
they give you like 3-4 sets of bungs based on whatever it is you're running.
Yeah.
It's then filling holes, because you don't want holes
No.
where mud and dirt and water get in and causes other issues further down the road.
Of course.
But bearing in mind as well, with the frame set, frame, seat post, fork, and bars, stem, cockpit, everything, it all comes with it.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
bar setup is normally an additional
Yeah.
thing that you
And it's so
purchase.
tidy around that front bar.
But that's why they've done it.
With the spaces, you were saying something about the spaces as well. They just clip off.
So these top ones are all, you can separate them all.
Yeah.
The top cover itself, in pretty much every case, you do route the hoses through it.
Okay.
But what it does mean is that because you've got a good chunk of additional spaces that split in half,
Yeah.
you can move the stem around and chop it if you needed to,
Right.
without having to disconnect the brake hoses.
Oh.
There's lots of little touches that I would expect this frame to be twice the price, if I'm being honest.
Really.
When it comes to things like, when I've had it as just a frame in the work stand,
Yeah.
so one key area, well, a couple of key areas to like look at in terms of like how well it's been made,
Yeah.
that you'll never notice, 'cause
Yeah.
once the bike's built up and done, you'll not see. One is what I was saying about the brake mounts and how that sort of extra machining works. Another one is the threads of it. So it's a T47 bottom bracket. When I've gone to screw those cups in, they screw in by hand all the way up to the frame.
Okay.
If it begins to get tighter, it means the thread isn't cut as well as it could be.
Yeah.
It's not to say it's not there, it's to say it's not deep enough. The thread isn't cut deep enough or well enough at the deeper part of the frame.
Yeah.
It can create tension on the bottom bracket because it's basically doing this on the shells,
Yeah.
and causes your bottom bracket not to spin as freely.
Right.
Now, you've got a Seabear ceramic bottom bracket in there.
Yeah.
There's no point fitting a ceramic bottom bracket if it doesn't spin properly.
No. No.
Because the frame isn't machined as well as it could be.
Okay.
So those things actually like marry up very nicely. And then the other thing is the inside of the frame. So I've seen carbon frames, big brand names, where I've built it from scratch like this, and there's dust everywhere inside the frame.
Really?
And like I'm using my airline to just like blow it out, and it's like,
Okay.
and that just shows you a level of quality as well as how it's been made. This, perfect. There was nothing that was like, there was no excess anything in there, no sharp edges, no like areas where they haven't sort of paid attention. QC level wise,
And this is the second SEKA, well, the third SEKA bike. That obviously, my friend Luke's also got a similar frame with it. And then, but also you built his, was it a SEKA Spear?
so the first SEKA I built was Luke's SEKA Spear.
So is there any difference between the SEKA Spear and this SEKA Exaero?
Only in the sense that this is a gravel bike and that's a road bike.
Okay, but
the actual quality, and this isn't, this almost comes out like a bad thing, but the Spear was the same level of quality.
Okay.
So when you think of consistency of QC or consistency of quality, that one, which was maybe 18 months ago,
Yeah.
ish, is at the same level.
Yeah.
Well, if your standards are that high already, it's hard to
Yeah.
to improve, isn't it? So that's how I would sort of view that. That Spear was in the exact same like. It was to the exact same sort of level of production,
Nice.
and again, it came with all these little added extras.
It's
that
the
were just
bits. It's the. I think the one thing I can see, Graham, from when I've received the bike is it's all the little bits that they supply. So as you said, like all of these little, this like the chainstay here, this.
This
kind of protect the
isn't
frame.
isn't just a chainstay protector. It's actually a really good chainstay protector.
Yeah, exactly. It's thick rubber.
It's thick rubber. It's got added sort of like detail to it to make it sort of cosmetically nice. So they could just slap on a plain black rubber one.
Yeah.
It's 3M sticker on the back of it, so once it's on, it's not going to budge. It should stay on for.
And then obviously there's one that they've supplied as well for
BB guard. Yeah.
And then also there's like little kind of plugs there as well in between those.
That's right. So those plugs are for an additional bottle cage if you wanted to run one.
Yes.
But it also comes with rubber bungs that, like, for example, you're not running a bottle cage there. So you can bung them. Great. You could put a bolt in there as well, obviously, but then the bolt's, okay, grams heavier.
Yeah.
But at least it's still heavier. Therefore, they give you the bungs. And all these bungs fit really snug, really tight. They're not just going to last today and the first time you go for a ride or the first time you wash it, they're going to flip out.
Of course.
Another one here as well, look. They've even branded them, so there's a little S on them. It's just nice.
Very nice.
Additional touches that you expect to see. And like I said, I know roughly the retail value of this as a frame set.
Yeah.
You could double that and you wouldn't get those touches. And that's coming from my perspective of building hundreds and hundreds of different bikes. I work on all sorts. I see Colnagos, I see Bianchis. SEKA is the sort of the newer one, but it blows my mind in terms of if you'd have asked me to price this up, I'm probably banging an extra $3 or $4 grand on top of what it actually is. It's way under, not way over.
And also for gravel bikes at the minute, I mean, we've seen a lot of it. There's some gravel races all over the world at the minute, and everyone's running bigger tyres. Tyre clearance, I mean, we've got 50s on the back here, and yeah, it's a little bit close, but we've still got clearance, and we've got a Thunderbird on the front. We all know how big they are, but look at the clearance there, and that's with a Thunderbird on. Do you know what I mean? You've got a lot of clearance, which I think is definitely going to help for people that want to race on these as well, isn't it, Graeme?
Bigger is better these days. That's kind of that's not necessarily my approach, but that is my general customer base's approach.
Exactly.
I am happy to fit them whatever tyres they want, as long as they fit, that's fine. You would find that on a mountain bike.
Yeah. There's only one problem we think we may have. That when you buy a frame like this, it's difficult to know, but the crank offset you were saying is quite close. Now, that isn't anyone's fault, apart from mine. Don't know if you can really see it there.
It's tight.
It's tight, so we may have to look at that, but
it clears.
It does clear.
I mean, if we're talking accuracy, that's 3 mil from the ring, but then the tooth is a mil-ish. Yeah, it's like 2 mil clearance.
10 out of 10, mate.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, the only, like I say, build quality of the actual product, really, really high end. All the little added extras, great little touch there. They don't have to do that. The machining element of areas that need machining, even, I didn't touch on the headset either, as a mechanic, I want all this between the frame and this top cover. I want that as close as possible.
Yeah.
Purely for headset protection reasons.
Yeah.
When I have bikes where that gap is a mil, 2, 3, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Noticeably, you can see it. I just know that there's going to be headset issues later on down the road. All of that is proper tight.
Yeah.
But with zero friction, look.
Yeah.
That's not a ceramic headset bearing or anything special. It's a reasonably standard bearing. It doesn't need to be ceramic. But the brake hoses that run through there as well, again, things are in the right places. It's exactly how it should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, 10 out of 10, definitely.
Thanks, Graeme, and let's go.
We're finished. A git for it in terms of boy.
So you were just telling me, Graeme, who's this?
So this is Cedric Gracia.
Nice.
I think he still rides, but only probably in like a sponsored.
Also,
sort of way.
Sorry about Cedric. Look at your hair, your eyebrow piercing.
I'm the eyebrow piercing.
Yeah, where's that gone?
Yeah, I was a young man. I think I was about 17, 18 in that photo. And yeah, this was a bike show one year. They had a 4-cross event on, and he used to race 4-cross as well as downhill.
Love it.
I dread to think what year this is. It's
What was on the back?
probably 2000. Yeah, and I obviously got an autograph. CG.
Love that.
He rode for Oakley. Yeah, he was massive once upon a time.
He'll be watching over us for the SEKA build.
And it's like some shop in the Philippines, I think. There's Owen taking apart the Di2, which looks like it's been submerged on the Titanic for 20 years.
are sorted. Finished, Graham. Thanks for that, mate. Anything you'd like to add?
Enjoy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to enjoy it now. I'm going to
See
get
you,
off.
see you in 6 months for a service. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's
I've
what we'll
broken it.
say, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the bike back now. But yeah, thanks a lot, Graham. Appreciate it.
My
and
pleasure.
I'm going to link the Chainbox's Instagram in the bio. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, and catch you all soon. See you in a bit. Let's go.